Alright, that's right, welcome to my channel. My name's Darth Nugs, and this is What's the Score? Today, we're talking about vacation. What does vacation mean to you? I'm from the desert, so when I think vacation, I'm usually going someplace with water. And when you're by water, you're probably going to need a watch that's ready to be in the water. Because maybe your vacation might take you to the forest, so you're going to need something tough with stainless steel so it doesn't get all scuffed up on the wood or the rocks when you're out hiking. Or sometimes when you go on vacation, like me, when you're from a desert, you like to be near water. Sometimes it looks like this. It might be raining on you, might be driving in the car and you might have to get out, change a tire, fight a cow, who knows? You know, it's vacation. Anything can happen, man. But sometimes vacation might take you someplace like this. It might take you to a watery pond that's calm and tranquil. And then you gotta dive in and fight a fish because you're on vacation. Who fucking knows what's gonna happen? You never know. Anything could happen. And that's why you're gonna need a watch that will let you be ready for anything. Today we are talking about the Bulova Devil Diver. This watch was originally introduced in the 70s, and I'll tell you what, they rebrought it back in 2023, I think, or 2024, and it's fire. It's absolute fire. Check this thing out. That was real tranquil. I almost fell asleep there. But let's talk some specs. When you're on vacation, you might be doing any amount of things. Like I said, maybe diving in some water, maybe climbing a mountain, maybe fighting a dolphin in the ocean. Please don't fight dolphins, that's not good. But when you need to do these kind of things, you want something that you don't have to worry about. That's where this thing comes into play. The Bulova Devil Diver is an ISO certified dive watch, and you can tell as such because it is engraved on the back of the case. Some watches might put it on the face, but this one particularly just has it on the back. Keeps it clean, keeps it simple. So what does ISO certification even mean? ISO simply stands for International Standards Organization, as they set a particular bar that item has to reach in order to meet their standards, and a dive watch goes through rigorous testing by the ISO in order for it to be certified a dive watch. Now that is a very simplified explanation, so do your own research and look into it. But when people think of ISO dive watch certification, the first thing that comes to mind is depth. Now this is rated up to 200 meters of water resistance. Again, not waterproof, water resistance. In order to get the ISO certification for water resistance, a dive watch does need to be 200 meters water resistance with a screw down crown, which this watch does feature. Another item that people also probably don't think of but automatically see when seeing an ISO certified dive watch is the lume. Now take a look at the lume on this here watch. Here we have two different style of watches, a field watch and an ISO certified dive watch. The field watch will have no lume on the pip. In order to have ISO certification, there needs to be a readable pip. And if you're wondering what the pip is, it's the little dot on your bezel that you turn to mark the minute. And of course, the reason you need a lumed pip is so you can read it underwater. This here is the Bulova pip, and as you can see, it is very readable. And while those features might have you covered while you're underwater, this watch looks just as good above water as well. Along with a polished stainless steel case, a date window with a cyclops over it, a unidirectional rotating bezel, as well as this beautiful orange color. Now, if you don't tell me that doesn't catch your eye, I'm sorry, you might be colorblind. Also, one feature that I really love about this watch is something real small and real little. But if you look at the dial, it says 666 feet. Devil Diver, my friend, Devil Diver. Now, I'm not a diver myself, but I do love going surfing, and I do love boogie boarding, and I do love swimming in the ocean. This watch, you will not have to take off your wrist to do any of those things. Even if you're not diving at depths, it will last in the water for quite some time. I had a 100-meter water-resistant watch once, and I wore it in the pool, and it went bad on me. It broke. So for me, 200 meters or more is fun. It's good to have, and I feel like it's a good way to make sure that your investment on your wrist will stay safe. Why spend $600 on a watch that you can't even wear into the pool? Come on, my friends. Now look at this beautiful surrounding. I got stuck in a rainstorm here when I went out hiking with my significant other, and sure as all can be, I had my Devil Diver on my wrist, and guess what? I didn't have to worry about nothing, except for maybe a flash flood coming through, but that didn't happen. And even if it did, my Bulova Devil Diver would have made it. Oh yeah. Well, thank y'all for watching my video. This has been about the Devil Diver, and if it's a watch that you might enjoy wearing, hope this video helped make you the decision on it. And even if it ain't, I hope it gave you some information anyway. Here's a beautiful, tranquil river, and I hope you all have a great New Year's, and keep on looking out for my next video. Enjoy. This has been Darth Nugs on What's the Score? Oh man, this is post-edit Darth Nugs, and I forgot to put in a couple of downsides of this watch. Main thing I do not like about this watch is the wristband size. It's hard to find a replacement for this thing. It is an 18mm, and I crammed a 20mm onto it, but it still works. The other issue, and it isn't so much as a complaint, it's just something to be aware of. The movement in this is a Miyota movement. Bulova is owned by the Citizen Group. And after a while, I've noticed that the rotator on the movement is just kind of loud. I mean, I don't mind it, but if you're one of these people that kind of likes, the quieter, fancy watch, that might be something to consider on this one. It is a little bit loud. But other than that, great watch.